Hello, we're up to part 11, building a chat app with Socket.io and jQuery. And in part 11, we're doing more with that with the same click event we've been working on since part 9. In part 11, we're going to do some backend stuff with it. We're going to well, I guess I can just show you. We're going to, oh, come on, where are you? Where are you hiding? I swear I had this open. Oh, it's right next to it. When I click on Loki, I just selected him, and I should have sent to the backend a message that says, you know what, Loki has been used. Now, since I did that, I'm also active, and we decided that once you're active, you don't see these possible avatars anymore. What you're going to see is who's in the room. That means if I'm seeing Nick Fury here, I'm not going to see Nick Fury in the room until someone else after me joins as Nick Fury. Okay. All right. So that's going to be done with sockets. So let's look at. Okay, so a few little things from last time. Last time I realized we had a bug. I figured out what the bug was. Also, look what branch I'm on. I did not get add and commit last time. So git add dot git commit -m finished front end did more with the click event on the avatar. Like I said before, these messages are only for the person that's working on it, and I know what that means. But it's just kind of scary how much of a poet I am not. Enter. Now I'm going to git checkout master. Switch to master. Git merge avatar dash click event dash 2. It's been merged, and now I'm going to get. So my master branch has everything that we just created, because I want to leave that branch away, for good. And I'm going to make another branch, and this is going to be called avatar click socket. Sure. No one cares about that name but me either. Now, we're going to be doing some backend programming. So remember, this is controlling my front end. The command plus, I make it even bigger. And I don't need it this wide. How about like that? And this is controlling the back end. This has been running for a while. Control C to end it. We're on master branch. I thought I was on a different branch. Yeah, I was on something called avatars. Git checkout master branch. I hope that this is up to date. Git merge avatars. Can I do that? No, I know what I'll do. I don't know what's on the avatars branch. Git checkout avatars. Please commit your changes that you have right now. Git add dot git commit -m. What changes am I committing? I don't know, but I was out of one. Git checkout avatars. And when I open up by clicking A for Adam, I can see. Okay, that's fine. This is all I thought I had. I had this ugly list of this array of avatars. I remember now. Something bad happened. I erased just this list of avatars. Okay, I remember that now. Okay, now I'm going to go back to master. Git checkout master. And we're going to start a new branch here too. Git checkout dash b avatar. Remember, these are two separate repositories. So I can have the branches have the same name. It might confuse me more, but I mean, they both have a master branch. There's a master branch here is different than the master branch here. So avatar click socket, avatar click socket. They both have the same name, which is that a good idea or a bad idea? You can tell me in the comments. But I don't take criticism well. But I'll work on it. Okay. We're ready. Really quick. When I click Nick, I want to tell the back end that guy is in use. So the back end. Let's go to the back end code. Let's make a variable. Let used avatars is an empty array. Okay. So there's avatars and used avatars. When on the connection, someone they get, where do I send them that? I send them the avatars. Remember, this is client on connection. That means when anybody connects, do this. Also, and when anybody connects, it sets a listening to event to that anybody. When that anybody, that's somebody who did connect, I'm listening for a disconnect. Let's listen for that person's going to give us a message. Socket dot on. That means when I hear this, when I hear chatter added. So that thing doesn't exist yet, but he's going to send us back over some data, and we're going to do something with it. It's clear in my head what I'm about to do, but I think I will make the caller from the other side. So remember, this is coming from the front end, the client side. So over here. So when we click on this click event, when this click, we have to send out a message to the back end. Socket.emit. Is it socket or is it client? It's socket. I remember we could have called that anything you wanted. Socket.emit, and we're going to say we're going to emit a message, and we're going to call this chatter added, just like and then the other one. And just by the way, it's not a bad idea to Command C, Command V to make sure that they are the exact same, because if they're not, it will not work. So this is back end, that's front end. And I want to send him something. I just want to tell him, only thing I can think I need to tell him is who I've chosen to be. So he's going to say, somebody has used this guy. And now that somebody's used it, I want to, I just had a thought. I know what I want to do. I have a used avatars. Really, I want to eliminate it from the avatars. I don't think I need this. But, you know, could be wrong. Because the avatars that get sent isn't always the full list. It's minus whatever else is used. So the data he's receiving, actually, here's what we'll do. We'll just log the data. So it should be clear to you when I do this what the back end is receiving. Remember, when we see the back end, we see it right here. Oh, our server is not running, so I'm going to do clear. And I know it's not running because I was just changing branches. Notamon index.js. Okay. When someone joins, as soon as someone joins, they're going to send him. This is just going to be the HTTP. It's going to be one of these messages like this right here. It's going to get sent to the back end. And right now, it's just going to print it to prove that it got from the front to the back end. Okay. Oh, is my front end server running? I doubt it is. Lite-server. Okay. And whenever that happens, it opens a new one. So I'm going to close this one. I don't know what that is. Oh, now I do. Command Option I. That's for messages right here. But what we're really looking for a message is, I'm just going to have these two things on the same screen. Where are you? Okay, I got to bring this over to here. That's not how you do it. I'm going to bring this over to there. Okay. Now I have to go over to there. So when I select somebody, we want that person to show up right here. When I refresh, it says goodbye. Okay. So right, click. Did you see that? That's so awesome. Click, click. It should only do it once, but you know, we didn't tell it not to. So this is the front end, this is the back end. They are talking. Right now, maybe it's not so impressive because they're next to each other, but it would be the exact same if this was somewhere in the cloud, you had no idea where, and this is in front of you and you're in the middle of Timbuktu. It would work. Okay. That is great. But so what do we want this guy to do with this? Well, we want to do a few things. We want to, I think what we're going to have him do, oh, you know what we could do? Yeah, I think I'm just going to have him remove it from this one. So instead of saying console log data, we're going to have him do a splice or something. Oh. And there's splices and there's slices with arrays. And I hate them because I always mix up splice and slice. But anyway, so I have my abs array. Is that what I called it? Avatars. Command C. Okay. Command V. Avatars dot get index of the data. And I want to log that actually. We'll just do that. We'll just, this what I just got here, Command X, we'll just put it there. So what it's going to show me now is it's going to say, like, if I click the first one, it'll say 0. If I click the second one, it'll say 1. Because that is the index that this string is in this array. Remember, there's 18 things in there. So if I click the last one, if I actually click this one, it'll say 17. At least that's the plan. Shouldn't have to restart anything. Well, I'm going to refresh that. And does it say 0? Nope. It sure doesn't. But it says connection refused. And what that means is, right here, my server crashed. And it didn't like it. It says, what's this dot get index of? Okay. Is it maybe it's not get index of. Maybe it's just index of. Okay. It came back alive. Let's do that again. We're going to refresh you. And when I click this guy, there should be a 0 appearing over here. And this is a 1. And this is a 2, 3. Here's a 4. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to take the 0th, the first or the 4th element out of the array. And that is done with, is it a splice or a slice? So I got to do a little quick Google search. W3C JavaScript. I want to say it's a splice. I want to spell it right too. JavaScript array splice method. Splice 2.0. Try it yourself. I don't like that. I want two parameters. I want splice 2.2, and it gets banana, orange, kiwi. So I want to say this cut out 0, 1, 2. 0, 0, 1, 2. Started at 2 and it ended at 3. At position 2, remove 2 items. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Fruit splice, but I want to do with avatars. So let's go over there. At position, well, at avatars, and the position we want is just this. Whatever number this is, that's what we want to out. Okay? And then we're just gonna let's log. Let's see. I could log the whole thing, but it's gonna be too hard to see if what's missing is actually missing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log the avatars.length, and if something's gone, that'll be a good sign. Is it .length or is it .length? I think it's just that, but I can't remember. Getting my programming languages confused. So this just crashed, and it doesn't like .length, which tells me, oh, well, I erased that as well. Command S. It's alive again. Okay. Back over here, back here, refresh that. So what I'm expecting it to do now is when I click something, so the length is 18. This is not what I want to see. Neither is that. Neither is that really. I want to see this. And I want to see this. So when I click this, the length, it should say 17. And if I oh my gosh, that is so horrible. That is because, comma 1. Remember, start at this one and take 1 away. So, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. And if I click this again, will it take something away? I think it is, but it's not taking away what we think it's going to take away. It's not taking him away because it's taking the first thing away, but this doesn't get re-rendered. So let's re-render this. We already have the technology to do that. We need to tell everybody so we did that. We don't need this part, was just for us. After we do that, this avatars has a whole new meaning. So we're going to, remember there's socket emit? Well, there's also client emit. Client is tell everybody. And just tell them what? Redisplay avatar list. I don't know. And we're going to send them an object, and that object is going to just say avatars. Remember, this is the key. The key I would send it something with the key of avatars and the value of avatars. So if the key and the value are the same, I could just say one thing instead of avatars : avatars. So redisplay avatar list. I'm going to come Command C, copy this. This is from the back end. The front end is listening for things, but where is it listening? Here is where it's listening. we made the connection, and it said, if socket's not defined, start listening for it to say hi. And then listen for, so every single listener it has, we're going to do right here. So now on the front end, we're not saying everybody. We're saying each one is saying the same thing. It says, I'm listening. I'm listening for something called redisplay avatar list. And you gave me some data. And right now, I'm just going to log the data. But you'll see what we do with it is really not going to be that complex. So this is, I'm listening to hear this. When I do whatever you sent me, I'm just going to do a console log on it. So now, do I need to refresh that? I don't know. I need to restart my server. Did I cut things out of my server? I think I might actually need to restart my server. Because now, did something crazy just happen? Why is Nick Fury here twice? I'll tell you why. When we restart the server looks for a connection. It sees the connection and it says append these things. But when it appends these things are already there. So it appends them again. So let me. I'm going to stop the server again. Command C or Control C. Restart the server. And did you see this jump right here? Went from here dink to dink, because now I have everything again. That's a problem, and we could. It's not a bug. We'll fix it. We'll fix it right here. But if I just refresh, it's going to send me the current list. It said goodbye. I just have the regular old list. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, if I click on somebody. Remember, I clicked. This line came from app.js line 27. I'm getting so excited. App.js line 27 was we sent something to the back end. It sent an array back to us. Now we just have to display that. And we already have something called display avatars. All we have to do is plug this data into here, except you just saw it was receiving all of it was just putting it on the end of what was already there. So what we're going to do is we're going to, what element is it going to? It's going into, it's right here, avatar wrapper. So whenever we display avatars, before we do anything, we're going to empty the avatar wrapper. And then from here to here, it displays it. So now if we just did again what we did, it wouldn't, I'll restart the server. So here we are. Just got that many. When I restart it, this shouldn't jump this time. Let's go over here. Control C. Restart that server. And, oh man, you totally moved. You totally did. You totally did it again. It looked like you did. There's Nick Fury once. No, it didn't. I don't know why it seemed to move. Control C. Start it again. Okay. That's good. So this empty did work. So this function right here, it displays a list. We're just going to give it a different list. We're going to give it this list right here. So instead of displaying, we're just going to reuse the same function. Yay, we reused some code. Isn't that what they tell you that you're supposed to do? All right. So now what should happen? I'm going to refresh this. I don't think I have to, but if I click Thor, this should re-render without Thor. Oh, I hate me. Dot for each is not a function. Oh, but it is. App.js.38 abs.for each is not a function. Okay, all right. So I'm thinking it took this. I sent this as data. It said what you're calling data, I'm calling abs. Okay, and I emptied that. And then I got to line 38, and it says abs.for each is not a function. Well, that would be true if data was not an array. So let's just console log data. I know I just had that a minute ago. Let's just console log it to make sure it's an array. I'm so positive it's an array. Oh, is it data.avatars? It totally is. Command Z, 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 Command Z. Data. It's just like this. Command Z, Command V, Command S. Boom. Refresh. I'm going to restart my server. Oh no, man, I don't have to. Thor's gone! I click Captain America. Captain America's gone! We do have a problem though. This person, okay, there's two kinds of people. There's people that have joined. Like if you join, you want to see this list. But since this person joined, he doesn't want to see this list. He wants to see who's in the room. So remember I said I don't think I need this? I totally do. Put that back. Let used avatars equal an empty array. Okay, when this person, when they said, what was the thing? Someone, a chatter added this one gets split, but that same data, what did I just code? Used avatars dot push this data. So what this is, this array, we're starting an array, and as we put somebody in there, it's this. So now we have two different things. We have client emit, we have avatars, and we have used avatars. So here's something crazy. I'm going to send them both in the same thing. Here, I'll split it out a little bit. Let object equal this. There's two things in this object. I got the avatars. I'm going to send them both lists, and I'm going to let the client decide which list it's supposed to use. And used avatars. Okay, so there's something called avatars and something called used avatars, and now we're not sending this, we're sending an object. So it's sending both of them, because this guy didn't want to see this at all, because he's active now. Active people don't want to see this, inactive people do. So how do I fix that on this side? It has to do with this. If isActive is false, we want to see one thing, and if isActive is true, we want to see another. So when we hear the display avatars, we're not, because avs is two things now. Timeout. Command C. This is not the only thing. Avatars and used avatars. This is going to have the same. No. This is on a connection. On a connection, we just want to send the avatars. They don't care. Okay, I'm going to send it here anyway, because when it interprets this display avatars, this is displayed for the new guy and for the guy that's already joined. So what I'm going to do is say So avs is not what it used to be. If is active. If it's active, then he wants to see the used avatars. Then what we call avs is equal to avs dot used avatars. Avatars. Else avs equals avs dot avatars. Okay. Before I talk through why it's so awesome, I'm going to see if it works. I don't know, is this bad? Did that just happen? Oh yeah, that's bad. For each does not work. Avs dot for each. I hate being me sometimes. I'm going to comment this out. We're going to log the avs. Is it an array? Because after I do this, I want to say it's either an array of used avatars or it's an array of avatars. Okay. So it's not going to display, well, it's saying it's undefined. That's good. That's our problem. So this is absolutely correct. It is not, you can't have an undefined .for each. So why is this undefined? Well, where did we get this from? We got this from, right when we log on, data.avatars. We're just going to send it data. And on this one, we're just going to send it data. Now, see, we don't have the error here. We have this thing all hidden. If you don't understand what just happened, you need to watch it a few times. So I'm going to click Loki, and this time Loki should stay. Everything else should disappear. That's true. But now, what will make this truly awesome? And this time it is going to be awesome. I am going to open two screens. And it's localhost 3000. Okay. This guy just joined, and guess what? It didn't show him Loki because he can't pick Loki. Loki's been used. But let's say he wants to be Ant-Man. He's going to click Ant-Man, and please, 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 Ant-Man should appear here, and Ant-Man should appear here, and Ant-Man and Loki should appear here. Because now they're both active. They got set in both things. So if this guy refreshes, oh, here's a problem. If he refreshes, he leaves this room, doesn't that make Ant-Man available? It does, but we don't have that coded in there. So that's not going to be in this episode. So this guy thinks Ant-Man's in there. He could say, hey, Ant-Man, but Ant-Man is now Black Widow. Oh, that's totally a problem. You can totally take advantage of that. You could talk to yourself, but you just couldn't talk back. Okay, but that is working as intended. I am excited. So, I'm so excited. I can't. Was that what we started out to do? Was that what we intended to do? Get rid of some console logs. We got any other console log? Console logs are ugly. Any other console logs? Wrong. Any other console logs? On the back end, let's get rid of our console logs. Do we have any console logs? Goodbye. That's supposed to be there. Okay. So the thing here was we have a used avatar array of who we used, and this avatars array, this is the, we should have called it the available avatars array. I'm just not going to go through and change everything. So different people aren't available. So man, we got so many directions we could go. I don't know. You'll find out next time. Are we going to go to where when you leave, it puts that guy back? Man, that's what should happen. How would that happen? it would happen the exact same way. Where did I do that splice? We would use almost this exact same code. And if I don't, actually, I'm a bad programmer. I'm not going to, though, because I can come back and refactor it. But we're going to splice it out of the used avatars and push it back into the avatars. So, like, who was on top? If I take Nick Fury, but I push him back in, he's going to be on the bottom. So that thing is always going to be getting shuffled up, come to think of it. And I kind of like that. Anyway, that is enough for right now. But this time, Control-C, git add dot boom, git commit -m, I like it, and git checkout master, and git merge, what was that one called? Avatar click socket. Okay, so master's up to date. That's only one of them though. Let's go over to here. Control-C, git add dot, git commit -m. It works so far. Git checkout master. Okay, is that bugging you? Is that bugging you? Git we didn't check out master. Git checkout master. Git merge. Avatar dash click socket. That got merged in. Everything up to date. Okay. You know what we have to do? We have to make a Git repo for this. We haven't done that yet. The only reason I'm not like crazy in a rush to do it is because although I'm making these for YouTube, I haven't pushed anything out to YouTube yet, so I don't have descriptions that don't have the links to it. So I'm not like, I better get this done. I'm not in a rush for that. But I will do git push origin master, and it's not going to give me a message. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys in episode 12. Thank you.